Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Jay, and this is the 2016 Chevrolet Malibu Hybrid. So, some of you have been asking me what is a really good midsize sedan that is also available as a hybrid, but is also not a Toyota Prius. So, I did some research, and this is what I came up with: the Malibu Hybrid. So, I also didn't really see the Malibu as a very exciting car. You see them all the time on the road. But after spending some time with this 2016 Malibu Hybrid, I'm really impressed, and I'm going to be telling you why throughout this complete unboxing review. I'm going to go into its engine, its fuel economy, many of its standard features, various safety features, its competition, and above all, why it's just such an overall fantastic family sedan. So, to give you a little background on the Chevy Malibu, the name first came out back in 1964. It was on the market till the early 1980s, but Chevrolet revived it in, I believe, 1997, and it's been on sale ever since. Now, the car you see here, it is the 9th generation Malibu. And its predecessor, the 8th generation, was only on the market for 3 model years. And the reason being is the moment it was launched, Chevrolet realized it was just not competitive against the likes of the Ford Fusion, the Hyundai Sonata, and the Kia Optima, as well as the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry. So it went back to the drawing board, and this is what it came up with. So what did they do that was so different from this car's predecessor? Well, aside from the all-new styling inside and out, they stretched the platform. The rear seats in the previous Malibu, it was just a really tight fit. I'd actually been in one, and I even felt the rear seat was just simply not big enough to be a mid-size sedan. And now Chevrolet has fixed that. There isn't more space. I'll show you that in several minutes. But overall, this car is just spectacular. And I really like this exterior styling. Look along the side, you see that nice character line, and it's got this what they call 4-door coupe styling. That first came out a few years ago with when Mercedes-Benz did that, and pretty much every automaker has been doing it ever since. And I like it. It makes a typical family sedan look slick, kind of sexy. Ford has been very successful with it, with the Fusion, and Chevrolet has done a really nice job here. It also kind of reminds me of the, if you recall, what the design term is Coke bottle styling. It came back out in like the 1960s, I believe, with the Chevrolet Impala. It's kind of in the shape of a Coke bottle, a glass Coke bottle, and how the way the rear end curves in. It's just really nice. Now, this is obviously, like I said, a hybrid. You can also get the Malibu as a regular conventional gasoline engine car, but in case of the hybrid, I know a lot of people are concerned about maximizing fuel economy, even though gas prices in the US are very inexpensive. You always still want to try to save the most you can at the pump. So this car, it's powered by a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine with a lithium-ion battery pack. And the engine itself, it's a 4-cylinder with 122 horsepower and 129 pound-feet of torque. But when you add in the pair of electric motors, there's a combined output of 182 horsepower and 177 pound-feet. And in a sedan this size, mid-size, you want to get as close to 200 horsepower as possible, and Chevrolet has done that. It's a very impressive motor. 0 to 60 happens in, I believe, 7.5 seconds, but this is not a performance sedan. It's not anywhere near it, so it does a very good job of getting up to highway speed when you're entering the freeway. So I think that's really all you need in a classification of this car. Now, if you look inside here, it's really hard to believe that this is a Chevy. I grew up with Chevrolets just being, that bread and butter, just very affordable family car, but just take one look at this, and if it weren't for these Chevy badges here, it's, you'd easily think that this is even a Buick, maybe not quite a Cadillac, but that Buick Lincoln type. It's very close. I really like this two-tone leather in my test car here. The leather is an optional feature, but it's something that I really I like having. It's like this light brown combined with a gray trim as well, and it's just really nice. And the same goes for the rear seat. As you can see, much more room. It's spacious, it's comfortable. 2 passengers will be very, very comfortable on long road trips. You can get 3 passengers back there, but I wouldn't for a long road trip in that case. But it's a really nice place to be inside this Malibu Hybrid. I really got to applaud Chevrolet engineers for fixing what was wrong with the 8th generation Malibu and making this such a much better car. So let's get back to the Malibu hybrid system here. It's just to give you some explanations here. It's nearly the same hybrid system found in the new Chevrolet Volt. For an example, the pair of the electric motors, transmission, and the regenerative braking system are all the same. What's different is the engine and the battery pack. For an example, the Volt has a smaller 4-cylinder engine, but a bigger battery pack. Now, unlike the Volt, the Malibu's hybrid system, it's not engineered to maximize fuel economy from the running gasoline engine, and it does not have an extended electric range. And the Malibu Hybrid can't be plugged in for charging either. There is an EV mode, but it doesn't really last very long, and it won't work at speeds over 55 miles per hour. So it's best to think of the Malibu Hybrid. Its hybrid system works a lot like what's found in the Toyota Prius. The gas engine and the electric motors simply work together for the most fuel-efficient fuel economy possible. Now, the Chevrolet Volt, how that works is that the gasoline engine it serves as a generator, a power generator for the electric motors. It works kind of like the other way around. So in the Malibu Hybrid here, it's more of a conventional hybrid system that we've seen in the Prius, and that's just fine. It works very, very well in the competition, which I'll get to shortly as well. They also use a very similar hybrid system. Now, looking more closely at the interior, this is an 8-inch touchscreen. You have a 7-inch touchscreen standard in the Malibu Hybrid, but I really have to say this is one of the best touchscreen systems I've seen. It also comes with Chevrolet's MyLink audio system and nav. There's also Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity, depending on which type of smartphone you have. But take a look at this infotainment screen. The color is just so sharp, and I'm really, really impressed. I also wanted you to take a closer look at these large buttons. Again, touchscreen, but everything is very easy to see. I didn't press the wrong button by mistake. Why? Because they're so large and clear. So there are also some very, very good safety systems. As you can see, this car is equipped with the upgraded rear view camera. If you want to spend the extra money, you can also get front and rear park assist, forward collision alert, lane keep assist, automatic braking, pedestrian detection, remote start, all of that. But you should know is what safety features come standard. For an example, there are 10 airbags with a collision avoidance system. Of course, there's stability and traction control, anti-lock brakes, and a simpler rear view camera. And this is the dual climate control. Again, it's a very, very simple system to operate. The buttons are all large. It's very logically designed. Again, very impressed. Now the transmission you see here, it's called like a 2-drive system. Just think of it as an automatic. It ships very well. Nothing special. You're not going to get a manual or a fancy schmancy dual clutch in a car like this. But I was overall very impressed with the choice of materials here. That what looks like along the column, the center console column there, it looks like carbon fiber, but it's not. It's plastic. But that's okay. As opposed to the old GM when they used those really hard plastics where they just felt cheap. And in the case here, it's so much better. And for the most part, every single automaker today, from Ford to Toyota to Hyundai, Kia, they're all using very, very top-notch quality materials. In the steering wheel here, you can also control the driver information system. It tells you, that system, how much gasoline is being used, when you're going to need to fill up next, and a bunch of other information that the driver is going to want to know. Again, like the touchscreen infotainment system, everything here is very clear. The colors are sharp, and it's again, I'm very impressed. In fact, I'm just going to say this right now. I like the way this infotainment touchscreen works even better than the Ford Fusion. And the Ford Fusion, it's okay. It's had some problems with its touchscreen system, but even the colors are just not as good as what Chevrolet has done. And I really have to applaud GM for taking the time and investment to make this happen. And looking at the front end, somebody pointed out to me that the styling here, it looks like the a stormtrooper's helmet from Star Wars. And, it's not bad looking, but I thought it was pretty funny, and I wanted to point that out to you. And there's another thing I actually wanted to tell you is that this Malibu, when it came out just in 2000 for the 2016 model year, it's actually the first car to feature a system that allows parents to monitor the driving habits of their teenage drivers. Some of the things they can watch are how their kid drives, their maximum speed, and in fact, the system even mutes the radio until that young teenage driver fastens their seatbelt. Now, that's a system, it's very revolutionary, and it's really cool that Chevrolet put it in the Malibu. And I expect that to be found on cars much more so in the future, outside of GM as well. Now, this car is also equipped with, I believe it's 8-way power seats for the driver, 6-way for the passenger. Again, very comfortable. And I'm about average height, and even when I step into the back seat here, it's no problem getting comfortable, no matter what. But this is really cool. That's the power lumbar. The lumbar support, it's great. I love having that, especially long trips. Again, full applause to Chevrolet for packing in features that just a few years ago were only found in luxury brands, but now you're getting it in a very competitively priced Chevrolet Malibu Hybrid. So let's talk safety. The Malibu has a 5-star overall crash test score from the US government, which is very, very good. Again, it has 10 airbags, and you can't go wrong here. So, fuel economy is a hybrid. Well, The Malibu Hybrid comes with 47 miles per gallon in the city, 46 miles per gallon on the highway, and a combined 46 miles per gallon. That is absolutely outstanding. The only car right now on sale that beats it is the Toyota Prius family. The Toyota Prius Eco version has 56 miles per gallon, and the regular Toyota Prius is 52 miles per gallon. I encourage you to check out my review of the Toyota Prius Hybrid as well. But let's talk the competition. Again, the Ford Fusion Hybrid, 42 miles per gallon combined. Hyundai Sonata, also 42. The Toyota Camry Hybrid, 41 miles per gallon. And the Kia Optima Hybrid, 38 miles per gallon combined. However, next year, Honda is going to be releasing an updated Accord Hybrid, and that's expected to get 48 miles per gallon combined. But for now, the Chevrolet Malibu Hybrid 2016 model is the best mid-size sedan for fuel economy. Absolutely outstanding. So let's talk price. Well, a base non-hybrid Malibu starts at $21,625, while the Premier trim will top off at around $33,000. But the Malibu Hybrid starts off at just under $28,000, but with all the features that I optioned up here, it came to a total of $33,620. That's incredible. And I want to point out to you that the average new car price in the US is $33,000. So you are getting a car that has a total combined 46 miles per gallon, midsize sedan, and it is right on the national average of what a new car costs. Folks, this is really big. This is big as in great news for GM, especially Chevrolet. The Malibu has come a long way, but now it is better than ever, this 9th generation. It's very roomy. The trunk space, excellent. You do lose a little bit because of the battery pack. It is behind the rear seats, but again, it's not a deal breaker by any means. So I'm out of time for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any other questions for me, please leave them for me in the comments section below. Any suggestions for future cars you want me to unbox, also leave those in the comments section. And again, if you want the best hybrid midsize sedan on the market, fuel economy, value, Chevrolet Malibu Hybrid, this is it. Everyone, thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.